Alright, so here's a tutorial on how to do the 3D letter text effect because Bill likes to watch us suffer. So the most basic way to do it, there's actually 3 ways to do it. I'm just gonna show you guys all 3. And just make that black. Alright, so first way to do it is to just take the text, go down to the layer, right click, and then scroll all the way down to this new 3D button right here. And it's automatically just gonna make the 3D text. You can uncheck shadows. And yeah, that's basically it. This extrusion depth, that basically changes how thick or thin you want it to be. And after you're done, just rasterize 3D, and then that'll make it editable. So now that we have this, you can do what Bill wants, and you can just cut out a portion right over here, delete that, and then boom, you have it. And if you make a layer behind it, and this would be your picture, you can just put that behind, and it'll look like there's something in there. Yeah. So the other way to do it, this would be the way to keep the 3D effect inside of it, and you'll see what I mean when I actually do it. But basically how you would do this is you would rasterize the type first, basically making it editable. Then I'd go down here, I cut out that portion that I wanted to cut out before I make it 3D. Then I go down here, hit the new 3D button, it makes the 3D, and uncheck shadows, just like that, and then I'm going to rasterize it. Alright, so now you can see the difference between the two. One, it's just a straight cut, and one, you can actually see the 3D at the top here. So this is obviously the better method to do here if you want to have it look as realistic as possible. But the only problem with this is that you get this fraying over here. The colors aren't as sharp. It basically makes it the most 3D that it can. So it has like shading here, but mainly this is the part that doesn't really look that great. And so there's basically one main way that you can fix this, and I'm going to explain that. So I'm just gonna hide this, and then we'll start over. So the way to do this is you're going to take your letter and then you're going to duplicate that. Alright, you're going to have the original one on top, and then you're going to have the duplicate on the bottom, and you're going to take the top one and you're going to do it like it is normally. So you're just going to straight up from that text, you're not going to rasterize it, you're just going to create the 3D, uncheck shadows, and then that's it. I'm going to rasterize that, and then I'm done. Now the second one, what I'm going to do is I actually am going to rasterize this. Alright, and then now I'm going to cut out the portion that I want to cut out. Just like that. And then now I'm going to create the 3D. There we go. Uncheck this, uncheck this. And I'm going to rasterize it. So now we have our two. We have this one that's good colors, but it is not cut. And then we have this one where it has the fraying, but it is cut. So we're gonna take both of them. I'm gonna take the one on top, which should be the clean one. I'm gonna lower the opacity so that I can see that. And now what I'm going to do is cut out this portion. So I'm just gonna use the lasso because it's fast, but when you actually do it, I would zoom in a lot and then use the pen tool. I'm gonna cut this ish out. Alright, so now full opacity, it looks just like this, but we're going to add that 3D effect right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to low opacity, and then I'm going to select this part right over here. Alright, and now we can bump up the opacity back to full, and I'm going to go down to these 3 dots, and then I would select the eyedropper tool. This eyedropper tool is not the right one. This is for 3D, and then this one is for actual color. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to select the darker color, but then I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Okay, and then now I'm basically just going to fill in that portion just like that. I hit Option Delete to just fill that in, and then now you have a clean version. You can delete this bottom one because that one was the shitty one, and now you have basically a perfect letter. And then now when you actually use your picture, what you would do is you would have say this is my picture, say I had string. Alright, so I would have this coming from here. This goes on top of the bottom layer right here, but we want to put it behind this. So you see it's on top of it. And then I would make another layer behind it, and then I would continue that behind. Just like that. So if you were doing this with a picture, you would basically put half of the picture on top, and then the other half you can cut it out and then paste it onto another layer, and then put that below. And then it'll end up looking like that, which is basically how you would end up doing that. And this works for any part of any letter. So yeah, that's how you do it.